welcome to James's Model Railway, and today got some good news on October's update. This is October update for 2016. We have the beginnings of my baseboards. We're going to get into some baseboard videos soon. I haven't actually filmed any of myself actually building any of this baseboard. Only because it's been put together really quite shoddily. Although it's quite a strong frame, you know, no movement, fairly strong. It's not the greatest of workings from me. I have got a single sheet of MDF of 9mm in this corner here. I've got another sheet here that's ready to be fixed down almost. I've just got to trim a small amount off because I made a bit of a measurement problem here, in that I cut too short, or I've actually measured wrong. So it should have been, from each part that pokes out here, it should be from centre to centre of each piece, it should be 48 inches. Whereas unfortunately I managed to go wrong and went from edge to edge and made it incorrect. So I made a little boo-boo in this one, but all the rest are as they should be, corresponding correctly. And so what you can see, if I just move the camera, I know this is going to probably hate going in, what you can see is I have, if I'd done it right, this would have been a 9-inch gap here. So I am, as you can see, I'm going right up to the wall, and I will be going right across. So I'll be going right across the door and connecting to that wall. So this area here where the door is going to be quite a weak spot, I think, in the layout. So hopefully I will have to find a way of strengthening that. Plus everything that goes along here needs to come out an extra foot, because this is meant to be 3 foot wide. This section here is meant to be 3 foot wide, and obviously I forgot about that when I was making the actual base. And I also didn't realise that I could have bought MDF at 3 foot by 6 foot. So a small inconvenience there. I have now finally got this wall plastered, so this is now curing, and hopefully by the next day or two that will be dry. Hopefully in the next day, maybe 2, because the weather's colder. When it was warmer weather, it was curing really quickly and nicely. But yeah, it still needs a bit of time, it's still a bit wet. It feels like the Himalayas at the minute, because it's not very level, but we had to work fast on this one, because it's the plaster kept curing really fast. And then the second lot we put on, we had to put on really thick, because obviously I think we put about, normally with plaster you have to put 3mm on or something like that. But we kept putting plaster on to try and get it done, so I didn't have to wait any longer, you know, because I'm an impatient person when it comes to wanting to do something. So as you can see, funnily enough, I'm impatient now. As you can see, past our fridge freezer, I've started to put batten across the wall. So sooner or later, camera come on focus. Let's just zoom it in and zoom it out. I should start focusing a bit better. I think it's because there's a white wall. But as you can see, I've started to put batten across this wall. And hopefully, once this is dried, I'll carry on right the way across to this wall. And then we'll work around here. Haven't really measured that right, because I think that might just go across this plug, which may be a bit irritating. I haven't measured that. That may be a problem. Still, that's something to come across. I do remember mentioning to you guys about this bought piece of board here. Now, my wife has said that she wanted to do an end gauge. Now, I kind of laughed at the idea of her saying that, and then I thought it was actually quite a nice idea, you know, have her in here when I'm doing my layout or working on the main layout. She can do an end gauge. So I thought this nice bit of 4 foot by 2 foot might be just about big enough to do something on. I'm not 100% sure. It might need to be a bit bigger. But if it is 4 foot by 2 foot that works, I'm going to make a system for it to slide under, well, either one of these sections. I'll either go under this one or this one here. But either or, it's another thing. I was going to have this as a 2-tier layout, or not 2-tier layout. I was going to do what Western Centurion's done and have some line running under here, like a fiddle yard or something, so I can work under there, or not work under there, but work my fiddle yard underneath, and then let the locos come up. I haven't got round to doing that on the simple basis that I'm not 100% sure on how I'm actually going to do it, because I've always been able to do a level, the layout on top, but I've never been able to actually do a 2-tier level. So that's something I've got to get to. And wow, I've just noticed my floor is really quite wobbly as the camera moves about a hell of a lot. So I've still got a bit of work to do. I've got to add an extra foot to all this here. Once I've added that on, I've got one side complete, and then I will be able to. I will then be. God, I've just gone lost for words. Then I'll be able to start doing the main part of the layout, because this wall here will be the main layout. This will be where you get the station, you get your turntable, you've got everything on this side of the wall. So this wall, this back wall, all along here is going to be the main layout. Then you come round, you'll get like a bare non-scened area. Then you'll come to where the window area is, and I'm thinking about having a small scenic area around there, which will probably be some kind of yard or works area or factory or power plant. And then we'll come to this area, which still looks like a building site and hasn't been painted or anything, and I have no idea what I want to do with this. Either a town, city, village. So you'll go for, well, if I do it as a town, so it runs around and comes into like a city station, something like that. There's a lot to plan. So, but as you can see, I showed you this plan on. I showed you this plan on my PC. I have just printed this out just to kind of get the temporary idea of how everything's going to look. So this isn't even a completed plan. I've got some modifications to make to it. In fact, I can tell you 2 modifications I have made. In that this line here, that's moved up, and this one's moved up, so they're running closer to where the station is. So they'll have a run-through station as well. So yeah, but as that is, guys, that is the October update. So hopefully you liked this video. Give us a like. If you liked the video and you want to see more of the videos, give us a subscribe, and it will update you to all the new content I release. And hopefully I'll be doing a video on how I build my baseboard. It'll be just as bad as the videos, or not just as bad, but it'll be the same as videos as what I did in the shed, but maybe a little more better with, because I've got tools that work rather than tools that don't. Because I spent some money on some new tools just recently. Bosch, that is. Not paid to say that, but yeah, I like Bosch tools, they work. So guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and give us a comment on what you think and if I can improve by doing anything. So catch you later, guys. See you in the next video.